America's being liquidated. America's for sale. All right? And guess what? You dummies, you're all little corporations with 2 feet. All right? That the elite international bankers own. That's where your name is in capital letters in your license plate. Excuse me, in your driver's license and your Social Security, because you're literally a corporation. That's why Mitt Romney said corporation are people. He kind of slipped at the tongue when he was running for president. He kind of made a mistake. But corporations are people, and you just been sold out. You got China that owns your ass. You got all these people that own you lock, stock, and barrel, and now this business has been shut down. You just the last to find out.
And that's what our people are blind to, man. Our people walk these streets blindly, not giving a damn. They thinking that they have no effect on the world. But the so-called white man, like the brothers building on, looked at you as commodity.
Yeah.
You are a business. You are property, expendable.
Right. Hence a birth certificate.
Yeah. Hey, ain't nothing worse than a man with no one vision, passion for anything, and careless. The amount of carelessness that's within our just people alone, that's what they making. That's what they spend all this money on, to keep Jake in the dark. Your carelessness is going to be your destruction. You thinking that, like the brother said, you don't have no say in it. It's just how the world evolves, and you just here to party. Like, I'm just here to party. I'm just here to. That whole attitude is going to get you killed at the end of the day. What you be reading. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. See, the end game for us is to receive that great salvation that is promised of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to us, to the seed of Jacob. The blessings, the inheritance, the kingdom to come, the glory and honor and the privilege of being an Israelite in the faith. Right. To them, to the others, what our promise is death, destruction, your blood being poured out as dust. So you can play if you want, but the end game is you will suffer for it.
Right.
It says, verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. And what do we take from that? That, yeah, you can go out here and make your money.
Yeah, do your thing.
You can do your thing all you want. Hell, if you valuable in the society and they want to pay you for it, go for it. Yeah. But guess what? There's certain things that money cannot buy.
That's right.
It stops there.
Which is your salvation, man.
Right. Your Gucci ain't gonna get you past them military groups.
That's right.
Your gold, man, your gold, the most precious metal on this earth, can't save your ass in that day. Well, what can? Well, that's what we teaching. That's what why this is called the good news. The good news.
I got to preach one of my favorite scriptures.
Because if you let a nigga in America tell it, shit, money get me out of anything, nigga.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're gonna see, man.
I got a precept for you.
Got it, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Treasure. Now we talking about real treasure.
That's right.
And as a matter of fact, the Lord reiterates that in the book of Revelations. Was that 2 and 9? I know that works.
Oh yeah. Bobby, want to get that for you?
Yeah, please, because that correlates to what you just read. But make sure you hold on to the last.
Yeah.
Yup. Is that 2 and 9?
Yeah, con. It's both of them, but yeah, this one. Revelation chapter. I got other ones for you too. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9.
We talking about wisdom as treasure. Go ahead.
I know thy works and tribulation.
I know that tribulation, the Lord is saying to the people of Israel.
Yeah.
He's talking to the 7 churches, which were Israelites and Israelite foreigners going to these churches. Israelite foreigners known as Gentiles in these scriptures. So you had the churches that the Lord is speaking to. And he said, I know thy works and thy tribulation. Tribulation is trouble.
That's right.
So our people are troubled people.
Yeah.
Since the time of the Lord, we've been a troubled people.
Until the time he comes back.
Until the time he comes back. What causes trouble? Oppression, number one.
Yep.
Oppression maketh the wise man mad. From the day you were born. All right? That's why a man coming out of a womb, what does it say? Any man born of a woman is of trouble, full of trouble.
Yeah,
His days are full of trouble.
Yeah.
Job 14, I believe. Yeah. But it said, I know that tribulation
And poverty.
Poverty. We all know what that is. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, any tribe you get, I can send that to you. knows poverty. You know about being poor. You know about being on your last dollar, trying to rub two nickels together and make a dime or make 25 cents, right? We know about that.
Yeah, Tupac sang about that. Everybody felt that song that Tupac came out when the line is trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Everybody knows that. Who can identify with that?
There you go.
Is it the fucking fake Jew who owns the Diamond District? Oh yeah, I feel you, Tupac. Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to make $1 out of he
Knows
don't
that
know.
poverty.
Yeah, you don't know.
So
Only Jake knows that,
right. So the Lord established that He knows our poverty. So what can He possibly say after that? Go on.
Come. It says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
However, we rich. What are we rich in? Because we're not rich in cash. We're not rich in money. Man, all you niggas out here that's sporting, flossing, y'all understand that there's levels. You say it in all the rap songs, man, there's levels. So guess what? You might be hood rich, all right, which is a couple $1 million, but then there's the upper $1 million class, right? There's things that you can't buy with your $1 million. You can't buy no yacht with your $1 million. You can't buy no cribs in Versailles in south of France with your $1 million. But then there's a higher class. There's 100 million, which is $1 billion. Then you're dealing with people that could buy lands, man. You're dealing with people that could buy property in the middle of New York City, buildings, right? Then you got your upper billionaires and your middle then you have your trillionaires. It's always going to be a bigger bank, man.
I got two for you right
Come on.
There's two. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach at the Apocrypha, chapter 31, verse 8. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and has not gone after gold.
Well, why? The rich that is found without blemish.
Not
Because
a
the
sellout.
blemish is that wickedness and impurity of transgressing the laws, of being a wicked, of selling out to get the money, of selling your people short to get the money, of denying your heritage to receive your penny, all right, of selling witchcraft and lies to your people to get your money. And so the blessed is the man that's rich that has no impurities, because he's rich and he got his money through righteous acts. There's many ways. Agriculture, you can become rich. The Lord blessing you, hitting the lotto. You got men that's rich out here that they have to sell their soul to get it. But very few. They're the blessed ones. Go ahead.
Got another one.
And the scripture says, strive not to be rich. So this whole thing about being caked out and decked out, that's not for this time. That's in us. We understand that. We inherited our forefathers' spirit of wanting the best of everything when we get a little bit of money. However, we still supposed to be in that mindset that this time is not for that.
That's beautiful. That's spirit. I was just talking about that with the barber in the car, and the best example of that to me is King Solomon. You know, because the thing about King Solomon, which is one of my favorite books, is that King Solomon, in short, is every man on planet Earth aspirations is to be like King Solomon.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll repeat that again. Every man on planet Earth desires to be in King Solomon's place. Why? Because as a man, you desire three things. You know, is what? Power. What's an example of power in today's terms? Being a boss, being a CEO. You call the shots.
Right.
You don't follow no orders. You call the shots.
Okay.
Whether you own a small business, whether you got a mom and pop shop, whether you own a big company, whether you own some buildings. That's being a king in this modern day era. So all men aspire to be a king or have power. What's the other thing King Solomon had? He had all power, and he had all wisdom, all knowledge. Every man wants to know everything.
Right.
Every man wants to know everything.
Right.
That's what that's a man's aspiration. No, I know. That's how a man is, and that's the way he's supposed to be, an Israelite man. So guess what? King Solomon had that. Yeah, he knew all things. He's the wisest man. He's the wisest man that was on the face of the earth besides Yahweh Shai. That proves that he was Yahweh Shai. What's the other thing? What do all men want? Women, right? Women. King Solomon had all the women, all 1,000 women, man. And he had man singers, maid singers. Where do you think Eddie Murphy got that idea for coming to America when he woke up in the morning? That was King Solomon. When King Solomon woke up, you had people singing. All right, you had flowers every time he walked around. You know, All men desire to be that. And King Solomon had. And what did King Solomon